All right. Hello, everyone. Good day. We'll just give it another minute and we'll get started. All right. I think we'll get started and people will trickle in as we go. Welcome, everyone, and good morning, good afternoon, depending where you are in the world. My name is Justin Tinsey. I'm the head of Procurement Solutions at Odyssey Energy Solutions. It's good to be with you all today. We're excited today to present Unlocking the Power of Growatt's Cutting-Edge Inverter Solutions with our guest, Kennedy Mhazo. Kennedy, whom I'll introduce in a moment, is based out of Johannesburg and is the technical sales manager at Growatt. So before we get into that, I'll provide a little overview of Odyssey and specifically Odyssey Procure and how we can help with your procurement solutions, particularly across Africa. And for those of you who are not familiar, welcome for the first time. Welcome to Odyssey Procure. For those of you already familiar with Odyssey and have an account with us, it's good to have you here on this Thursday. So a little bit of background about Odyssey for those who are not familiar. Odyssey Energy Solutions is a platform that is designed to help renewable energy companies in the distributed renewable energy sector. We facilitated more than $1.3 billion in financing across Africa. We have programs in more than 37 different countries around the globe, and we have more than 2,000 renewable energy companies in our network. We've particularly had a stronghold supporting mini-grid and C&I developers across Africa, and now we're excited to expand a lot of those services to the rest of Africa, including South Africa. Our services generally fit into the following categories. So we can help from all stages of a project's cycle. So that's from the planning and forecast stage, where Odyssey's freemium free platform can be used for designing solar systems, no matter the size. We can support with financing projects, both with commercial finance from private banks, whether it's in the US or locally across Africa, as well as utilizing concessional capital, which is generally through our partner programs, where monies are received through bilateral agreements with governments or the likes of development institutions like the World Bank. And then, of course, we can help with all aspects of procurement, and which is the team that we're talking about today, where we offer the best equipment at the best prices, and with aftercare and other related terms related to the working capital and the procurement, which I will outline shortly. And then, of course, we can also help with all aspects of operation, including remote monitoring and controls, particularly via API integration, which is a software integration, as well as hardware integration, which we're happy to announce that we have with Growatt. So in our procurement solutions team, we really offer the following core value proposition. Number one is best pricing. So with the likes of Growatt, we have best price guarantee for all of Africa. That means no matter what procurement you're having with Odyssey, legally, we have the best price with Growatt, and we can offer you the best price on your procurement. And so rest assured, following this webinar, if you want to procure Growatt through Odyssey at our better payment terms, which I'll outline here, you can receive the best price. And we have a framework agreement and partnership with Growatt for that. We also have a number of other OEMs in our network in which we have best price guarantee, which you can see on our website, which I'll show just now. We also have better payment terms. Better payment terms are exactly what it sounds like. Better payment terms allow for better payment terms from the OEM that you may be procuring from the supplier. So often OEMs require 50% advance, 30% advance, and then balance payment 100% before shipment. And Odyssey is willing to offer as low as 15% down payment and then balance payment within 30 or 60 days after arrival, depending on the country. That means it will come, we'll pay the supplier on your behalf in full. We'll import everything to our warehouses, and then you can pay the balance. I'll outline more on that shortly. We also offer what we call informed procurement decisions, which is essentially what we're doing today, where we're offering direct access to Growatt. We're offering educational opportunities and training opportunities on the equipment, and we're offering knowledge on the product and the landscape at large for the equipment and on the OEMs and their company profiles. And lastly, we also offer supply chain support. So often it's very difficult and time consuming to get equipment into country. That's due to a variety of duty regimes, for instance, and different import requirements and documentation required across countries. And Odyssey is happy to do that for our clients, whether it's renewable energy companies or even OEMs. So this is the suite of our core services. How can you engage with us? Well, you can see in the chat box, my colleague just posted, you can engage with us online, which is probably the easiest way. If you have not done so already, we encourage you to create an account. This account is free. After you create an account, you will be assigned an account manager. That account manager's job is to help you with all aspects of procurement, understanding pricing availability, understanding landed cost, meaning the cost to get it in your country, understand what's available on better payment terms through Odyssey's initiative, and also understand what equipment is actually being procured for resale in certain countries. That means essentially, Odyssey is having equipment available locally for resale, not just for back-to-back procurement on good terms with OEMs. Then a number of strategic partners can engage with us offline. We have a number of initiatives and partners that we work with, let's say for supply chain services, and we have a number of OEMs that we work with to offer supply chain services, such as Okra, which is a solar home system company. The way our Better Payment Terms initiative works is Odyssey will engage with the renewable energy company to understand the equipment requirements. There's a number of pieces of equipment that you can see on our website, including, of course, Growatt products that qualify for this Better Payment Terms plan. So right off the bat, you can see on our website what qualifies for these better payment terms for your next procurement. You engage with your account manager, tell them the quantities that you desire, the timeline of your project, and obviously which country it's in. We price up everything for the client. And then if the price is agreeable, a landed DDP price, as they say in Incoterms, then we request a deposit to start the transaction. After the deposit's received, we engage directly with the OEM, transparently with the renewable energy company, and we ensure the product is shipped to the destination country. The destination countries in which this initiative is available is currently Kenya, South Africa, and Nigeria. There's a few exceptions to that, including neighboring countries, but these are the primary countries in which this initiative is available. If you have a scope of request outside of these countries, please get in touch with us today, and we're happy to look at that with you to see what we may or may not able to provide. And most of the shipments are done via sea freight, so the lead time is roughly the same as if you were procuring on your own. Odyssey, unfortunately, does not have any magic sauce to make a ship move faster across the sea, but we do believe that by allowing developers to pay a little amount upfront, that you can actually move forward with the project project equipment requirements faster in the procurement cycle. Therefore, it expedites the process. Anyway, when the equipment arrives in the country, we then ask for the balance payment, and it can be picked up from our warehouse. This initiative is particularly helpful in freeing up working capital of developers. It can help better manage lead times, as I just referenced, and it can offer essentially a full supply chain partner through Odyssey to do all clearing, customs clearance, engage with the OEM, and then also warehouse the equipment, which can be costly. And then for select OEMs, including Growatt, we can offer full technical support and aftercare. I will highlight that in Nigeria, arriving next month, we have a container of UP5000 pylon tech batteries. That's over a megawatt hour of low voltage 48-volt systems. This is a highly versatile battery, which is compatible with a number of inverters, including Growatt. Comes with a 5-year warranty and more than 6,000 cycles lifespan. So well over 10, nearly 15-year lifespan, depending on the usage. And it's available now for booking. It's on the water currently and will be arriving in Nigeria next month. So if you'd like to pre-book this, get in touch with us here at this website, and we can hold equipment for you, hold the batteries for you. Also, if you'd like to schedule an appointment with us, please don't hesitate. You can utilize this link here, which we'll also post in the chat box. And you can visit our website and sign up today. At our website, you can see a lot of the equipment that qualifies for this better payment terms. You can see the pricing, availability of the batteries I referenced. All pricing, I should say, and this is a good segue to the presentation today, is offline, except for the equipment that we are procuring to the specific countries. And that's simply because every project is unique. And so and every location is unique, particularly with landed cost prices. So that said, without further ado, it's my honor to introduce Kennedy Mhazo, again, technical sales manager at Growatt. Kennedy is based out of Johannesburg and oversees Growatt's activities throughout all of Africa. He's highly versed and experienced in the solar sector. And it's my joy to say, that we have this best price guarantee now with Growatt. So we're working hand in hand with them on their market development throughout Africa. We encourage all technical questions throughout the scope of this webinar. Any commercial questions we also welcome. However, don't be surprised if we know near the end that they will actually be addressed offline, including any pricing requests. However, all technical questions and product questions, please feel free to post in the chat box throughout the webinar, and they will be addressed at the end of the webinar. So if something's said by Kennedy sparks an idea, don't hesitate. Just send it over. We'll address it at the end. This webinar will be available on Odyssey Procure's website in the link provided. Feel free to access that link after this webinar to access this as well as previously recorded webinars available, including technical trainings. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Kennedy and welcome.
Thank you
and I'll
so
make
much.
you host, Kennedy, so you can share your screen. Sorry.
All right. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're already host. Go ahead. There we go. Perfect.
All right. Thank you so much, Justin. Hello, everyone. Just taking over from where Justin left off, I'm just going to briefly introduce Growatt as a company and as a brand as well. Then move straight into the product introduction, where I'll be taking you through our line of products and range of products, and also I will dwell much on the technical aspects of our product and also the main advantages over the market of the Growatt brand and the Growatt products. So as a brief introduction, this is basically our business focus as Growatt. We focus mainly on the manufacturing of PV inverters and energy storage, specifically lithium batteries, EV chargers, and also we have our own energy management tools, which can help clients and customers to manage their energy efficiently. So basically, this is a brief milestone history about Growatt from 2011, when the organization was founded, until now, 2021, where we are basically having where we are supporting sustainable growth throughout the globe, with our cloud users around 1.5 million and almost 160 and more than 160 countries with systems that are installed. And also we have got a team of more than 650 R&D design engineers as well. So according to the statistics, this is just to show you how Growatt and our products are rated specifically on the residential PV inverter as a supplier and as a manufacturer. So we are rated at number 3 according to the global PV inverter market share by shipment. Just a picture of our head office in China. Then this picture shows our global representation, which is in more than 160 countries or regions from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, all over the globe. So this is just some photos showing you some of the systems that we participated as Growatt, supplying our products, specifically the PV inverter, the string inverters, and also our Growatt management systems and the OM services as well. So to begin with, we have our residential products from macro inverter going to single phase inverters, going to 3-phase inverters, as shown on the pictures. I would dwell much more into the technical aspects of these products. Then from residential, we also have commercial and industrial and also utility PV products, which range from sizes of 15 kilowatts going all the way to 150 kilowatts. That is for the Max series. But we also have from 185 to 253 kilowatts. That is for utility applications. We also offer energy storage solution as Growatt. On residential energy storage products, we have single-phase storage, we have 3-phase storage, we have got battery-ready systems, and we have got low voltage batteries, we have got high voltage batteries, as shown on the pictures. So we have the SPH series, which is our hybrid inverter, and the SPA, which is the AC coupled inverter for solutions where you are doing retrofit for clients with existing systems already. Then you can do away with the investment that the client has done. So instead of removing the initial investment, you just add on top of the initial investment a new system just to meet the needs for the client. This is just an overview of a battery-ready PV system for a home system. showing a Growatt inverter and a residential EV charger together with the home load and also the DC load side of it, with the high voltage battery together with the generator and also the grid connection. The battery-ready PV system for your home system, one of the main advantages of these systems is because as Growatt, we offer very latest technology in terms of the battery storage systems, where a client invests a minimum amount into your project. Then in future, if the client wants to expand, you simply add new batteries on top of the old ones. Then the technology that we use, they will simply balance the cells, and this system performs as if there is no old batteries, they are just the same. Now, moving into details now, we have got our off-grid inverters for the energy storage systems. Specifically, we have the SPF, which ranges from 3,500 to 5,000 watts. This one is our latest version on the ES, but we also have the HVM, which is the first generation. On the batteries that are compatible with these inverters, we've got the AXE 5.0. This one, which is a lithium battery. Moving on to the commercial side of it as well, we've got the WIT series, which is from 50 to 100 kilowatts. I'm gonna introduce these products into much more details as we move with the presentation. This is just some pictures showing whole system service. As Justin introduced the kind of working and relationship with Odyssey and Growatt, it's from supply up to after sales, taking care of the clients. We also have these newly introduced products recently, which are portable power stations. These ones, we have Infinite 1.3, we have Infinite 1.5, we also have the Vita 550 watt hours. These ones, we have started manufacturing these ones as well, with the first batch of from the production line supplying the EU market, but we have already introduced them to the Africa market as well, which is a nice thing. Then this is just a picture showing our EV chargers, how they look. More about the EV chargers, we've got the Thor series. As you can see, we have got the AC EV and also the DC EV. One advantage of these EV chargers is we have other models that also work together with solar panels as well, which might be an advantage to a client who has got a system, a solar system already. Then adding the EV charger on top will be more like an added advantage to the energy management side of the client. Now, this picture is showing our ES series off-grid inverter. The advantage of this inverter is because it works without a battery bank or with a battery bank. So in the event that a client needs to put an initial capital investment without a battery bank, reducing the cost in terms of the investment, then later on, then the client can still invest into a battery bank if the client needs an energy storage system. So this is one of the major advantage of this unit or of this product as compared to other products on the market, specifically for the off-grid inverters. It is compatible with the utility, that is the grid. It is compatible with the generators as well, and AC load as well, where you can just bypass the system. You just take power AC straight to inverter. This happens usually when, let's say, the inverter, some components in the inverter fails. You don't necessarily lose power to your load. What it simply does, it will just act as a pathway for your power from wherever the supply is, either the utility or the generator, then straight to your load. So you don't necessarily lose your power supply because of the failure maybe of one unit of the inverter. So as I mentioned, these are some of the key features, the high PV input voltage range and the SUB function that this unit supports. It also supports parallel function. It also supports the equalization charging function for lead acid battery. This also is an advantage of adding or increasing or maintaining good lifespan for lead acid batteries specifically with this technology of battery equalization. The SPF ES series, it also supports single phase and three phase. So this picture simply shows the connection of the parallel connection for a single phase system. The same setup also in terms of the parallel connection, we can arrange them in sets of threes as well to make a three-phase system, just to make sure we cover clients' needs in terms of single phase or three phase. So that's one advantage of this inverter as well. It can work either as single phase or three phase, depending on the connection and depending on the setup as well and the configuration. One of our energy storage lithium batteries is the AXE, which is a low voltage battery. This one has a capacity of 5.0 kilowatts per each module, but you can put them in a cluster which goes up to maximum of 8, which is 400 kilowatt hours. And it's very easy, plug and play, no need for cables. It's just direct connection from one module to the next module. Then you just have two outputs, your positive and negative, straight from the top module going to your inverter input, of course, via your DC breakers and your protection system. Then on the SPH switch, which is our hybrid inverter, we have the SPH from 3000 to 6000 BLUP. As you can see, that's just like a hybrid inverter setup system where you have the grid on one side and you've got our low voltage battery, which is the ARK, and the PV input on the other side. These units, they take a PV input up to 13.5 amps and also a very high DC to AC ratio of up to 1.5. Then, as I mentioned earlier, this one now, the SPH 4000 to 10,000, this one can be used as a retrofit where you have where you are solving a client's problem for a client that has got a system that is existing already. So it's just adding an investment on top of another investment without doing away with the initial investment of the client. So this is called AC coupled solution, where you have got a system that is existing already. Then you just add the other unit on top of the existing system. Now moving on to the commercial solutions. On the commercial solutions, we have got our newly introduced product recently, which is called the WIT series. That is the inverter side, and it's compatible with the APX commercial battery. I'll explain much more technical details on this product because it's a newly launched product with very good advantages on the market. So the APX commercial battery, it has got each module, which is 14.3 kilowatt hours. But you can scale them up. You can either put them in parallel, going up to 200 kilowatt hours. Then on the inverter side, which is the WIT series, we have got sizes from 50 kilowatts going up to 100. But you can always scale them up in parallel to go to, let's say, if you put 100 by 3, then you can go up to 300 kilowatt system. So some of the advantages of this is it has got multiple MPPTs, and you can parallel them up to 3 systems. And it has got the UPS function, which is the HU model that we recommend very much. Why? Because the HU model, it has got the advantage of the hybrid and UPS function within the same unit, and also it can also be installed as an AC coupled in an AC coupled system. So that's one advantage, or some of the major advantages of this unit. The other advantage as well is this unit is IP66, which is the highest IP rating on the market as we speak now, which means this type of system or these components for the commercial and industrial, which is for small to medium commercial and industrial applications, you can install them completely outdoors without having any problems. And also, one of the advantages as well is the DC to AC ratio, which goes up to around 2. And also, it has got multiple MPPTs, which can take up to 20 strings per inverter, and also 100% unbalanced load. Then this is just the picture showing the APX battery, which is compatible with the WEET inverter. As I mentioned earlier, each module 14.3 kilowatt hours, but scalable up to 200 kilowatt hours, and the IP rating as well, which is IP66. And also, we have got the latest battery technology for these units, where you can just put the old ones together with the new ones, and then the technology automatically balances the cells, and then the system balances itself, and then no need to do away with the old batteries when you are putting in or adding in more batteries on an existing system. Another advantage of this solution or these products is it does away with the PV combiner boxes and a lot of cabling as opposed to the old way of commercial applications or commercial products. Why? Because this one is a string inverter. Then you do away with the PV combiner box, which saves time in terms of the installation, the cabling, and also some cost in terms of the cabling as well. So as you can see from the left side, there is the traditional solution, but now the Growatt solution now, which is a combination of the WEET hybrid inverter and the battery. It does away with many components on the left side. Then it's simple installation, which saves time and cost at the same time. So this is one of the recommended solutions for the WEET series. This one just shows 2 of the WEET series inverters in parallel connection. As you can see from the diagram shown, we have got the 8TS when you are using a diesel generator. Then we have got the grid side, and then we have got the SEM, which is the energy management solution for Growatt, just to make sure you optimize your energy and manage your energy very well from the grid side and the load side, and the consumption from your house or from the client side, which is the load side of the client. Another advantage is whole system warrant for these units. If you get the inverter, that is the WEET series, and the battery, which is the APX, then you get a whole system warrant, which goes from 5 years to 10 years. Then the smart energy management. We have got good solutions in terms of the smart energy management, which goes through smart monitoring and maintenance of systems. So when you get these products, then you get also some components that support energy management solutions, just to manage your energy efficiently and effectively. So these are some of the devices that we use for smart monitoring, and also part of the energy management side as well. So all these inverters, they are compatible with the Growatt monitoring devices. So for our off-grid, we have got the Shine Wi-Fi F and the GPRS F as shown on the pictures. We've got also the Shine L LAN X, we've got the Shine Link, we've got the Shine Master 4G, depending on the applications. So for the GPRS specifically, these ones are very compatible. When you are doing installations in areas where you don't have Wi-Fi, you can still monitor your system remotely, seeing how much you're consuming, how much you're producing, how much the system is taking up, self-consumption. So the main purpose of Smart Energy Growatt, Smart Energy Management Solutions is to minimize self-consumption of the system and maximizing the output which goes to the load. So we also have monitoring platforms, which is Shine Phone app that can be installed in the client's phone. Then we've got the Shine Saver, where we have got sort of like a database where we monitor the system. Then we've got the Shine, the online smart service, which is the OSS, which is the database where we have quite a number of clients there, but all the system can be monitored through the Shine Phone app via the Shine Saver app onto the OSS system. All right, so this is just like a rundown of some of our global references all over the world with some of the projects that has utilized the Growatt product. This one is a 15 kilowatt residential system. This one in South Africa. It comprises of the SPF 5000 TL HVM, the first generation. Then this one in Australia, a 15 kilowatt system. Then this one, 19.5 kilowatt system. Then this one, a 5 kilowatt residential system in Brazil. Then this one, a 3 kilowatt with a 6.5 kilowatt hour storage system in South Australia with the SPA. 3 kilowatt TL BL. These are some of the huge projects on the commercial side with the max 60 KTL 500 kilowatt rooftop in Netherlands. Then 1 megawatt solar rooftop in Thailand. Then this one is in Netherlands again, 1 megawatt, utilizing 15 pieces of the max 60 KTL, the low voltage. Then this one, 1.1 megawatt in Vietnam, 1.2 megawatts C&I rooftop projects in Switzerland. This one, it utilizes the 40,000 TL NS Growatt. Then 3 megawatt solar farm. This one is in Vietnam as well, making use of the max 80 KTL. 5 megawatts in Ukraine, 10 megawatts. This is in China. This is in Thailand. 90 megawatts, 100 megawatts. This is Foxconn Hill Solar Farm. Thank you. So yeah, in short, that's our products as Growatt. So I think I will most probably open this platform to questions and answers and solutions. Together with Justin, we will be responding to any questions. Just feel free to ask any questions that you have. Technical questions, commercial side, most probably Justin will be in a better position to respond to those. So yeah, I open this platform to questions and answers. I'm not sure if Justin, you've got anything to add before we open the platform for questions and answers.
Sure, Kennedy. Thank you so much for that informative overview, both on Growatt's profile and of course on the technical product line. Very interesting. Wonderfully, we've had a number of questions come in, so let's just get into it. This is the best part in some ways of why we do this, is to offer that engagement with the audience here. So let's just start from the top. Feel free if more questions come up from everyone, please feel free to add. So Kennedy, the first question here is which of your, and we have an audience here from across Africa, but there'll be particularly some interest probably from Nigeria, South Africa, and Kenya. So the first question is, which of your products is best selling in Nigeria? And if I may add to that, if you could complement that with which of your products are best selling in South Africa. Now, I have an idea, but I don't want to speak for you. But I would also say if you could add any commentary on that divided between low voltage and high voltage systems, and kind of where you see the traction, particularly on high voltage. So thanks, Kennedy.
All right. Thank you so much for your question, Justin. So yeah, I will respond to the first part, which is covering Africa, is like Nigeria, which one of our products is doing well on the market or popular. So we have got the SPF 5000 ES series, which is our second generation off-grid inverter, which was more like an upgrade from the first generation, which is the HVM series. So this product, I can say, not Nigeria only, but all over Africa, and also coming down to South Africa. This is one of the products that is doing really well on the market.
Sure. So that's the SPF low voltage. What about on high voltage? Have you seen any traction? To our knowledge, I'm not aware of any high voltage projects yet in Nigeria, but either in Nigeria or South Africa, has the WIT inverters been installed?
The WIT series is just newly introduced our commercial and industrial high voltage systems, which is the first batch of production, most probably, I think was out of production in June. So this is a newly introduced product. It's not yet popular on the market, but over the years, like here in South Africa, we have the Max series. This one specifically is for utility scale. The main reason is because it's standardized and registered, with the regulations in South Africa. And so it's fully certified, fully standardized here in South Africa. So particularly in the Western Cape regions, it has been doing well as well. Not sure in parts of Nigeria and East Africa, but roughly on the high voltage side, coming up with the hybrid system was more like trying to understand the Africa market and, the nature of the market on the African side, like as in, the power cards, and you see the utility inverters, usually they are not really doing well, speaking for South Africa at the moment, because these grid-tied inverters, if you lose your grid, then the system goes offline. Then you have got clients that are experiencing challenges. They have invested good money, but then they are not getting best value from their system because the system is offline most of the times because of the power cuts and stuff. So the hybrid system, which supports the hybrid UPS function and AC coupled solution as well, was more like trying to address trying to address the solution of power cuts, and also at the same time not completely doing away with the utility, because this is like commercial and industrial, so it's just going to be upgraded as well as we push it more on the market as well.
Understand. Okay, thanks for that, Kennedy. I am gonna wonderfully, we have a lot of questions coming in, so I am gonna kind of jump around here based on, I think, what's relevant to keep the conversation flowing. And so still related to Nigeria, there are some questions about, there's a question about aftercare and aftercare service. And I do want to take the opportunity to comment that one of another Growatt partner and local distributors here, Trefin. Trefin has been representing Growatt for a number of years in Nigeria. And we also have a partnership with Trefin. So we are also an enabler for such distributors to work hand in hand on introducing such equipment to the market. So I just want to know that. So there is local aftercare, particularly through Trefin and Odyssey, usually as a case-by-case basis with EPCs for projects is usually Odyssey support. So let's continue. there's a number of product related questions, so maybe we can tackle those next. I think you already answered, Kennedy, when is the high voltage storage systems, the 2.5 kilowatt hours? I think you said they were already launched in June. Is that right? Because the question's when is it available?
Yeah, you are right. That's a good question. Thank you for that. The first batch we supplied it to the European market because that's where the demand was at that time. But during the course of the time when we were busy with the production, we were also trying to make room or establish or make the product known also on other regions within the globe. So one of the main focuses as Growatt, this product is open, very open to distributors who might want to be the first distributors in Africa, in Nigeria, in South Africa, in East Africa, Ethiopia. In Africa, there isn't any one of this product. So it's very open to distributors who would want to distribute this product in Africa and to other parts of the world, except the European regions.
Okay, related question to those to the batteries, both high voltage and low voltage for those series. What inverters are they compatible with? Is it only compatible with Growatt inverters? And then we can go to the inverters. So is the next question about the battery compatibilities.
That's a good question as well. Let me respond to the commercial side, which is the commercial industrial, the newly launched product. First, this one, this is a newly product that we launched now. So the communication system of the battery, which is the BMS, at the moment is compatible with our wheat series inverter, but it's still under development now to see if we can, have more compatibility with other brands, like the same way we do with our off-grid inverters, the ES series, compatible with quite a number of of other brands. So that's exactly our main focus. But in the meantime, it's still compatible with the wheat inverter only. So it's like when you get the APX, then you need to get it together with the wheat series. So yeah, but as soon as we engage more and have compatibility with because it's a process, remember, certifications, and it goes through tests and stuff, then yeah, once those processes are done, most probably we will definitely make noise and let you know that we now have the list that is compatible with this battery.
Sure, understand. And what about on the inverter side? I think there's another question about, previously there was an understanding that was limited LFP batteries compatible with. But is that still the case, whether it's the SPF or others?
Yes. Can you come again on the SPF?
Well, the question is, which batteries are Growatt inverters compatible with?
All right. Okay. From the off-grid inverters, these ones are, because they've been developed over the years and stuff, so we don't have any issues when it comes to the compatibility. Yeah, almost many lithium batteries that are on the market, Pylon Tech, Kodak, yeah, and quite a number of them, like lithium batteries. But for the wheat series, which is the commercial industrial, this one specifically, it doesn't have any compatibility with other batteries. It's still under development and stuff in terms of the compatibility issues. And also during the first course, I think it's protecting the product as well. It needs to to perform with our batteries first, then we move on to the next step, which is making sure that it's compatible with other other batteries as well. But for the SPF, clients can choose from quite a like number of them. I'll also share some good information with you, regarding the list of the compatible batteries, lithium batteries with the SPF and the HVM inverters, that is the off-grid inverters.
Sounds great. Yeah, if you could share that list with us, we can also make it available on our website.
All right.
I know at least the Pylon Tech UP5000s is definitely compatible. I also am seeing a list here of Dynas EVE, which is one of the world's largest lithium cell providers, and quite a few others. So we'll share that list with you, with all the audience online. And related to that is a question about the cells. Which cells are used in Growatt batteries, if you're aware?
Sorry,
not the chemistry, but I think the question is referring to which is it in-house cells? Is it CATL? Is it BYD cells, EVE, or could we also follow up on that one?
Yeah, I think I can maybe provide you with that information. Yeah, you can just follow up maybe after. Then I will share the information with you as well.
Awesome, great. We'll also post that on our site. Moving on. There's a question here about monitoring. Does the Shine OSS work as a fleet management system?
Yes, that's correct.
And maybe a follow-up from me, are there any limitations to numbers for fleet management for that?
It's we have got like the data spec sheets and everything, where it's just like like the presentation. We can't we can share all the technical, but then in brief, each and every, it depends on which monitoring gadget are you using, and then also the monitoring device that you are using. So each and every one of them, it has got a certain number of components that it can take in terms of the numbers of inverters, and also in terms of the memory that it can keep, like for how long does it keep memory for the system, and things like distance, like all these kind of things. So it's they are different depending on what type of the monitoring device it is.
Okay, very interesting. And I saw there on some of your single line diagrams, particularly for the CNI, kind of the outline of the ability to have multiple outputs, including DG integration. At what size do you recommend your own EMS, Growatt's energy management system, with the design of a system?
This one they differ, depending on the client requirements and the size of of a system for the client. Because remember, like, these are custom made solutions where you understand the custom problem, and then then you customize the solution specifically. Then you can get the right sizes now from solving the client's problem according to his energy demands and what time that then you can actually come up with but we've got sizes, like we've got some templates that we can also share with you that can also help to determine. But you obviously will be coming from customer solution that you have tailor-made. Then from that, then you can just relate to say, if my client needs this size of a system, then it also goes with this size of an OEM, or then
Understand. Okay. We have 5 minutes left. There's a few more questions here. So what is the way around high wattage solar panels with high ISC and the low ISC of SPF ES string inverters?
Can you come again?
I think the question is, in the instance where there's high wattage solar panels with
Okay.
and then there's low input on the SPF of the ES string inverters, how can that work together, if particularly if the panels have the higher ISC?
Yeah, that one is quite tricky. Because basically the SPF, the ESR version, it was more like, factoring all these things like, having high input or high PV input voltage and all these things. But then, it's because usually, like on the PV side, like we usually recommend, like we've got suppliers and stuff that we also recommend, and also like just for customers to work together with the suppliers for the panels before they could get, because we had these instances where a client goes, buys the panels there without consulting you first, then he actually realized this will not, this won't fit, then it's a problem.
Interesting. I think a related question to that would be, the kind of the surcharge on the input for the inverter. Well, up to what capacity can it
it will take up to 120%. Let's say you have got a load of 100, then instantaneous, but not continuous, just instantaneous. It can take up to 120% of the maximum load. But then it has to be, if not, then continuous, definitely it has to be 100 or less than 100%.
Okay. Understand. There's also a question about warranties for the 5 kVA SPF in Nigeria. What is the standard warranty terms?
These ones we've got standard warranty for 1 year. 1 year warranty. But the advantage that we have, I think, because we have, as you mentioned, you have got a good relationship, with our after sales, because that's exactly one of the things that we are working towards. Because the issue of warranty is not just about warranty; it's also about it's also issues about after sales service. Regardless that the client is gonna claim the warranty, but then you need to be there for the client, which is one of the things that we are doing. So it's not, so for the SPF, it's 1 year, but then, we are opening, especially here in South Africa, we are also opening our sort of like a warehouse workshop where we also don't just say, it's one, and then, we also have these kind of situations where we try and, like fix problems on site or even at the workshop, like at our workshop, then, something like that. Then on the CNI, which is specifically the wheat series and the APX, this one we have 5-year warranty, but you can also, like, depending on the terms, it can also go up to 10 years.
Understand. So the warranty is extendable for the CNI line. And some more questions coming in. So we can take them, I think, in rapid fire here. Is it possible to integrate Growatt inverters with smart home softwares using the inbuilt section of the Shine Phone app? Meaning, can you integrate from the Shine Phone app to other smart home software, I assume for efficient energy management?
Remember, like we call it Grow Home, where you integrate different systems of Growatt from the product itself coming into the soft side, which is the software side of it. So what happens is you can actually monitor everything, because the Shine Phone is it works with the Shine Saver. But then you can actually combine, because we've got smart energy management solutions they also take good use of these monitoring devices, because remember, they get inputs from your devices that the system is consuming this, or on your phone you see that the system is consuming this and producing this much. Then you communicate with your smart energy management system to say, maybe I need to switch off that load, or so it's a combination of your monitoring device and the smart energy management devices, or for communication and also for for the settings as well.
Sure, understand. Okay, and last question here, we're at the hour. Does the inverter have an auto diesel generator start?
Currently we utilize what we call the ATS, for diesel generators, which is some external component that you connect as well.
The automatic transformer.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then there's another question. I'll just kind of end with this. Perhaps it's about commercial requirements, about the lease system capacity. If you're joining us from Nigeria, which I believe a lot of the audience is, there are equipment available through local distributor Trefin, who's on the call, and there's no order quantity minimum. If you're interested to procure through Odyssey, the general minimum order quantity in Nigeria is a pallet, although it varies by units of inverters under the Better Payment Terms initiative that I outlined. If you're interested from another part of Africa, get in touch with us today, and we'll go through on a case-by-case basis based on your project and requirements or distributor requirements. So with that said, this presentation will indeed be available again on Odyssey Procure's website on the link in the chat box. So you can reference this at any time. The presentation will also be available, and some of the technical reference documents will be available. Also, the product lines referenced that are available immediately under the Better Payment Terms initiative of Odyssey are also available on our website listed here, and you can scroll through that catalog to understand further details. And under these product pages, we'll also list the compatibility list of inverters and batteries that we referenced today, or of batteries anyway. So without taking anyone's time further, thank you so much, Kennedy. Thank you for the time. It's great to be here. It's great to be on this in this partnership with you, offering best price guarantee and technical support throughout Africa. And we wish everyone a great day. We'll have our next webinar at Odyssey Procure in a few weeks' time. Stay tuned. It will be with Jinko Solar. So thanks a lot, Kennedy. And thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, everyone.